What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Lex Alexis for another live stream. It is Wigan versus Blackburn. A bit of a local derby. 25 miles separates the two teams geographically. So we've got a good derby on our hands against two teams that could get into some great positions after this weekend. Wigan can get into the top half with a win here. Blackburn could get into the top 6. I'm just trying to adjust the light levels. It's just got a bit of glare at the moment, but I'm hoping that may be fixed. Scorecards looking fantastic. I'll cover teams very, very soon. I'll just wait for more people to arrive. Just as everyone is arriving, let me know of your score predictions for this game in the comments down below. I will actually start saving all of your predictions for my review video, which I posted yesterday. Sounding quite unenthusiastic, I dare say, looking back at it. But when I'm recording at 1:30 in the morning, that's the only valid excuse I can give for that. And I can only apologise if it did come across a little bit unenthusiastic. But I'm trying very hard, guys, to really balance everything that I'm doing at the moment. But at this moment of time, we've only got 2 games to predict this weekend. One being tonight's game, Wigan and Blackburn, and tomorrow's game, Bristol City and Preston. Both teams, both games involving Lancashire clubs, and tonight we've got 2 of them playing up against each other here, and I'm hoping for a really, really good encounter. It's against 2 teams that, in their craft in these games, they've not done well. And what I mean by that is that Wigan at home they've got the worst home form in the league, Wigan, at the moment. And Blackburn have got one of the worst away records as well. I think they've only won 1 away game all season, which was actually their first one they had against Swansea right at the start of the season. So there's little to be desired about both of these teams, actually, in terms of what they can do away and at home, respectively. But it could mean it might cancel each other out as a draw, which is exactly what I've gone for. I've gone for a 1-1 draw in this game, I believe. So we'll see if it we'll see if it delivers in terms of the entertainment factor. I sure hope it does. You know, when I have to take time, which I could use this time for revision, I'm using this time for watch-along, and hopefully I really, really will get some great entertaining games. So I'll look at your predictions in a minute. Just last thing I do before I look at chat. If you've not liked the stream yet, guys, please smash that like button. We're really going to try and get 30 likes today. It would be a brilliant achievement if we can do so. I think we're currently on 6 at the moment, and there's more viewers than likes so far. So guys, please smash that like button if you've not done so yet. It really does help the growth of this channel when you do that as well. And a bit of exciting news, we are this close to 1,500. If you're wondering how close, well, okay, not a black screen. There we go. 2 subscribers away from 1,500 subscribers. It is destined to be achieved in this stream today. If you've not hit the subscribe button, please do so. But if you want this channel to grow, the best thing that you could do if you've already subscribed is to continuously share to people who have not yet subscribed, who may like this stuff. So that is enough plugging and everything out the way. I'll read comments now and then we'll preview the teams. James, welcome to the stream. That's James Fee, that is. Lecorn, welcome to the stream. Blue Terrier. Charlie, cheers for today, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Dextino, welcome to the stream. Ethan, welcome to the stream. James, you've still got time. You've still got time, James. Quickly, hurry up, get your predictions out. You can do this. Do you know how long it's been since their encounter in the FA Cup? Oh my gosh, I mean, you're really gonna test me now. I mean, I can remember last time they played against each other domestically. You know, it would have been League One, I would have believed, actually. 2019-20 was when they were last in the Championship together. In fact, no, it would have been that year. It would have been that year when they last played against each other domestically. What I mean by domestically, in a competitive game, would have been the 1920 Premier League Championship season, sorry. So I don't know if they played against each other in the FA Cup after that, but my memory would fail to say otherwise. Juventus could lose. They were 2-0 down to Maccabi Haifa, I think that's what they're called. I need to double check on the scoreline there, but yeah, quite a big scoreline if it stays that way for Juventus. Surely that means Allegri is nearly on his way out. James says, what's the score? Well, the kickoff's going to be at 7:45, so you've got 6 minutes as of now to get your predictions in. You've still got time. Ethan saying 1-1. Wallace a Guan fan says 2-1s. He is backing Wigan to get a win in this game. That'll be their first home win of the season. Oh, was it really January? Was it really that close? Well, it's bad for me to say. I can barely remember what happened in that game, really. Although, no, maybe I should remember. Did Wigan have a good... did Wigan have a decent cup run in that year? I mean, Wigan, I think if it was January, then it would have been their promotion season. And something tells me that they kind of pushed competitions to the side to concentrate on the league. And obviously it worked out very, very well for them. Juve have lost, right? Okay, the fact you said that now, let's actually go into SofaScore and we will start previewing all of it. So we actually have got League One and a couple of League Two games tonight, including Colchester. They've got to play against Gillingham tonight. But I'm also going to get Champions League scores as well, because we've got a couple of really good games today, actually. I'm just going to see if we can actually get a live score, because they won't show me. Oh, no, they will. And it looks like Manchester City are going to have to deal with a point against Copenhagen. So, let's actually just quickly show you the... Oh, it's 3-2. Something's ringing back to me now, potentially. Right, okay, hang on a minute. Let's just cover all the games so far that have taken place tonight. So... Maccabi Haifa, that's it. Oh, Haifa, sorry. 2-0 it has ended. That is shocking for Juventus. And is that going to be Maccabi Haifa's first points of their group? Where's Juventus? Near. Yeah, it is Maccabi Haifa's first 3 points. And look at that. Juventus on 3 points. Any one of Benfica and PSG win tonight, they'll be 6 points clear with 2 games left, making it impossible for Juventus to overtake one of those teams. Juventus got a real risk actually dropping down to Europa League if they're not careful. Then there's Copenhagen and Man City. The big story from VAR, they disallowed a Rodri goal. They also gave a penalty and then it was saved. And then we saw a card change from Gomez from yellow to red. So VAR, if you can see there in that corner there, was very prominent in this game. And it has ended 0-0. So Man City have dropped their first points in the group stage. Copenhagen managing to get a draw. It's only their second point in this group stage, getting their other one with another draw against Sevilla. But Man City will be on 10 points. I mean, Borussia Dortmund can close the gap, but realistically, I still think Man City will win this. Right, anyway, because the teams are walking out, I need to preview the teams and quickly. So, Wigan versus Blackburn tonight. What have we got from both teams? There was some very big controversy about the goalposts, by the way, for Wigan, which I'll allude to as well. So, Wigan's team looks like this. You've got Ben Amos, Jason Kerr, Jack Watmore, Tilt, Darikwa, Power, Naylor, McLean, Wilkin, Charlie Wack and Broadhead. That's a very decent team. I think especially that back line to midfield is like a very strong area there. I've not seen Broadhead start up front as much, but it'll be interesting regardless to see a front three of Keane, Broadhead and Charlie White there. Blackburn, now Brent Brereton-Diaz is fit to play. Okay, that surprises me. George Hurst is playing in the place of Sam Gallagher by the looks of things, or Tyrese Dolan. So George Hurst up front with Ben Brereton-Diaz. That's an interesting partnership. Sammy Smodic's playing in behind, who had a brilliant game for Blackburn last game. Kaminsky stays in goal. Wharton, Ayala, Dominic Hyam, Ryan Hedges, Tyler Morton, Lewis Travis, and Harry Pickering also providing the backup with their midfield and defence. For the bench for Wigan, you've got Tickle, Bennett, Shinnie, Cousins, Asgard, Fletcher, and McGuinness. So I was expecting potentially either Asgard or potentially even McGuinness up there. But regardless, they've gone for a Broadhead, which I think is an interesting choice. For Blackburn, you've got Pears, Phillips, Britton, Wharton, That's Scott Wharton. They've got the same surname. There's Bradley Dack, who's still not quite got it to start, but he's undoubtedly got the quality for it. Sam Gallagher and Tyrese Dolan. This is the table. So Wigan are down there in 16th. They will be on 19 points and will actually be right up just above Luton if they pick up a win here. And then you look at the likes of Blackburn. If they win, they go on 24 points and joint top of the league, which is amazing in itself. We Want Gatsby says Blue Terrier. He's outside at the moment, unfortunately. James has done it right. I need to actually make sure I save that there. You're watching Celtic versus Leipzig. Interesting. Yeah, I think that'll be a decent game there, actually. But for this stream, at least, we're going to be watching the one championship game tonight, Wigan and Blackburn. And I'm glad that I've actually got the two kit colours correct in the thumbnail. Joshua Smith is the referee. Has anyone had any bad experiences with this referee? Any stories I need to know about this ref? Let me know. Any games that I might know that he's done? So it's going to be Blackburn that kick things off for us here. Thank you, James, for telling me, by the way. That's very helpful. So, it's just been kicked off now. Wigan and Blackburn officially starting today. I'm just seeing the highlights at the moment for the Champions League right now. Rabbit, welcome to the stream. Have I heard about the King's coronation date? No, because I've not seen the news today. I've been at work. Well, not technically work. I've actually been studying all day, but I've had to do that in Ipswich as well. So I've kept... Well, it's not like I deliberately kept away from the news, but I've just not been able to watch any TV until now, watching football here. So any news or anything I need to catch up on always takes last priority, unfortunately, really. Wigan kick off. Well, they don't, but Wigan have currently got the ball right here. Excuse me. So the long looping ball going in. Interesting ball. Curtis Till can't quite win that. Well collected there. Wigan working well off the ball so far. I can see Wigan opening up a bit of space here. They're doing quite well at the moment. James McLean tries to find Will Keane in the box, but doesn't quite place the pass correctly there. Good effort. Wigan are definitely pinning Blackburn into their box right now. So definitely Blackburn need to try and deal with this press. Wigan are definitely going to be up for this. If it's going to be a local derby, they're definitely going to be wanting the bragging rights for this. Blackburn have broken a little bit, though. Sammy Smoldick's with an interesting pass. I think to Pickering there. And Blackburn have just not have given up on that attack that they tried to even try and do. James, I've just seen your comment now. I've just saved it now. Cheers for that. So everyone's predictions are in. In fact, I'll do a poll because why not? We can do a poll in this moment of time. We're on 7 likes in the moment. So guys, if you've not liked the stream yet, guys, please do hit that like button. It really, really does help the growth of this channel. Let's go for 15 likes in the next 10 minutes or so. Maybe a bit ambitious, but you know, we always got to have ambition one way or another. It's the only way we can have success around here. So what will happen in this game? I'm going to release a poll. You guys can have a chance to vote on what you think will happen in your in this game. Personally, I'd vote for a draw, but you've got the option for a Blackburn win, a Wigan win, and a draw. So guys, if you can vote, please do so now. All long ball going in. Wigan trying to break through. Broadhead had a good touch on the ball there, but it's collected by Kaminsky. Broughton Diaz giving the ball away there. That's Power. Wigan playing quite well here. Broadhead playing quite deep. DeWeekwa. And it's well caught by Kaminsky. Kaminsky with an interesting long throw. Trying to find Ryan Hedges. Passes it back to Dominic Hyan. And then there's David Ayala in the centre of that defence. So, yeah, the last away game I saw for Blackburn was actually their 1-0 away defeat to Cardiff. And I'm getting a very similar tempo to that at the moment, where they look a little bit lost going forward. But I definitely see a little. Definitely see more urgency from Blackburn. They definitely want to play a couple more forward passes, which is what I want. I called that from minute one that they weren't doing that enough, and they're at least trying, but they're not having great success with it at the moment. I mean, but to be fair, both teams have not really been able to gain anything from their spells at the moment. James is watching Chelsea AC Milan. Yeah, that's another game that I will be keeping a very close eye on in the corner of my eye. And because you've actually reminded me of that, I'll preview and give you my reactions to the Milan and Chelsea teams. So very, very quickly, guys, because I'm aware I'm supposed to be watching Wigan and Blackburn. Let's look at Chelsea. You've got Kepa, Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, Chalobah, James, Jorginho, Kovacic, Chilwell, Sterling, Mount and Aubameyang. Mostly really good. I like most of that squad there. I'm still not too sure about Kovacic and Jorginho at this stage. I probably would give Conor Gallagher and maybe one of the two to play with them there. I'm not sure how they're going to play together. Chilwell is interesting as well. Then, yeah, and then Trevor Chalobah probably there for experience, so I hope on his part that he doesn't get too exposed. For Milan, you got Tataru Rusanu with Kalulu, Gabiba. There's Tomori. Theo Hernandez, Tonali, Benacer, Diaz, Krunic, Liao, who we've been linked with, and Olivier Giroud, who will be determined to try and score against us today. I would probably, I mean, there's no guarantee. There is a guarantee he will try and get something in that game against us. Because ultimately, I think we dished him out a bit unfairly there, and he actually did quite well for us, to be fair. It was a transfer. Oh, that's a gorgeous ball, but unfortunately, Kaminsky is there to stifle the danger. It will be on May the 6th. It's last day of the championship. I mean, if it means they're going to have to postpone the championship, why not just put it the day before? They've done like big movements of days before. They can either push it the day after. You know, they don't have to postpone it like a week or so. I mean, he just chose it at his own time, and I understand why it's not being, you know, a coronation that's just going to be fit straight away. Naturally, the country's going to have to very slowly adapt to this new era. You know, this Elizabethan era was around for nearly, well, if we're counting when she was on the throne, I mean, over 70 years. So I'd say a good 90% of the population would have only known the Elizabethan era. Young and old, you know, would take a lot of time to adjust to this. So I understand why about the timing there, and I guess he just would have randomly picked that one. It would have been, I don't know if May the 6th is a weekend day, potentially. I mean, that's probably also factoring why as well. He probably doesn't want another bank holiday, to be honest. Cornerstone, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Good to see a good number of you. 5 viewers here, apparently. 6 of you voted on the poll. If you're not voted on the poll, please do so. It gives you guys a chance to have a say in what you think will happen in this game. And a small announcement for anyone who's just joined in. We are so close to 1,500. We are 2 subscribers away from 1,500. Anyone in your power, could we get this achievement today? It's so close now, yet so far. It would be absolutely amazing to celebrate that today. In fact, I'll actually have a beer tonight in celebration for all of you guys as well. Those 500 subs, man, you know, worked bloody hard to get them here. You can tell if I've not speaking much of this game, I can tell you nothing's really happened, unfortunately, at the moment. Blackburn kind of playing out from the back a bit. Wigan trying to press them and win the ball back. They've not done so successfully here, although that's not the greatest of passes there. And it is now in the feet of Ben Amos, experienced championship goalkeeper. I believe he was a Charlton goalkeeper, actually. I think, yeah, he definitely played for Charlton in the championship. That's a free kick awarded to Blackburn there. A foul by Curtis Tilt. Where this is actually the first time I've seen Wigan play. So that's another team to tick off the list now. So have I? Yeah, I've seen all 3 newly promoted teams now. So That's that to be ticked off. What team have I not seen live yet? Sheffield United, yes. Norwich, yes. QPR, definitely yes. Burnley, yes. Blackburn, yes. Reading, yeah. Swansea, I don't know if I've seen Swansea. Correct me if I'm wrong. Preston, yes. Free kick going in. Headed. Oh. And, yeah, it's going to be a foul. And a free kick awarded to Wigan. Luton. I believe I've seen Luton. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cardiff, yes. Sunderland, yes. Watford, definitely yes. Millwall, yes. Wigan, yet right now. Birmingham. I don't think I've seen Birmingham yet. Stoke, yes. Rotherham, yes. Bristol City, yes. Blackpool, yes. Hull. I can't remember, to be honest. Might have. Middlesbrough, yes. West Brom, yes, definitely. Huddersfield, yes. And Coventry, yes. So, actually, I've seen most of the teams now, which I'm really pleased with. Eve is predicting a Chelsea defeat. How could you? To be fair, I think I would realistically go for a draw at best. I think I probably would try and go for my heart and say 2-1 Chelsea, but it's tough to gain a result at San Siro. It really is. You're watching the UCL game as well, Celtic Leipzig, and you also watched Copenhagen and City. Oh, how was that game? I know it was 0-0, but bloody hell did VAR cause a big stir of controversy in the opening 20 minutes. And in fact, talking about controversy, let's talk about the big moment that happened in Wigan's game. That was very controversial. Wigan have won the corner, by the way. So, the height of the goalposts were up to 2-3 inches difference from one side to the next. So basically, one goal post was 3 inches higher than what it should have been. And it actually worked out against Wigan's favour, as Cardiff's third goal actually came in on the underside of the adjusted crossbar. So Wigan were definitely, unfortunately there, victims of their own downfall for not being able to check the height of the goalpost there. But big controversy, and it could even see Wigan get into more trouble than the EFL, because technically it kind of fixes a result from the match. Whilst Cardiff have not intentionally done that, unfortunately it's Wigan that are going to be to blame, because they've not prepared their the goals out ready. Wigan the corner, header, Kaminsky punches away, foul in the box, and it is a free kick to Blackburn. Rabbit has predicted 7-2. Charlie says, who cares about a combination? All I want is Alex. Oh, for God's sake, Charlie. Can't be talking down our new King Charles like that. What was I going to say? Let's see more comments. Carlos Corberan to West Brom says Blue Terror. Oh, now that will be interesting. I am almost desperate to see Carlos Corberan back in the Championship, to be honest. Do I still speak to Jack? Not much, I've got to be honest. It's not like we've fallen out. That's completely not the case at all. Jack, even in the past couple of years or so, has just been a very private and quiet person, unfortunately. Very introverted, which he's very much not like that with a group of people around, but individually he is very introverted. We're only here for Gatsby. Well, I hate to disappoint you guys, but he's let the streak down a little bit. He's not here, but there is still hope. He could turn up halfway across the stream. He did visit me. Oh, cross goes in. That was a gorgeous cross in the left-hand side. I believe that was actually James McLean. Wigan, I definitely feel, look the more likely team to get something from this at the moment. Blackburn have not even made Ben Amos break a sweat so far. He's probably had 2 touches of the ball so far. Wigan still on the attack here. But Blackburn... Oh, I was going to say Blackburn defending well, but that is definitely a foul. And a very lazy foul as well by Harry Pickering there. Brilliant skill, actually. I'm just getting used to names. And it's so difficult to read their names. It's Max Power, actually. I believe that's number... Is it Max Power? No, Jason Kerr. What am I saying? It's number 15. But yeah, that was a gorgeous cross by McLean. Broadhead just can't quite get there, unfortunately, for him. So James McLean and Dewiqua are working very well as kind of like wing-backs / wingers. So I could definitely see what Wigan are going for. They're definitely looking very direct. And James McLean's had 3 crosses, and actually DeWeek has actually had the second most crosses, actually. So it's not wrong for them saying that they're attacking with crosses and going down wide. Free kick is going to be delivered on Wigan's part here. Another set piece situation. Matt's Power taking it. Header. Oh, not a bad effort. It was a really classic training ground free kick there. Matt's Power. That was a gorgeous free kick. Good height. But I definitely would have questioned the decision to head the ball, unfortunately, there. Tom Lehner, not quite the perfect improvisation for that, but a creative effort. Wigan having the first meaningful chance of the game. So here comes Blackburn breaking away. Ayala does very well to win the ball back, although he just passes it back. Oh, God, Blackburn frustrate me slightly because they break the play quite well, and they do have definitely got a good work rate off the ball. They just look very, very lost when it has to go to the final delivery and attack. They've just got an abundance of... Oh, yeah, that's a nasty elbow by Ayala on Charlie White there. I just saw that. They've got all the confidence in the world attacking-wise when they are at home, but away from home, Blackburn do look very lost, to be honest, and it will be a concern for them if they can't sort it out. All they need is a bad run of games at home, and then Blackburn could start plummeting down the table. Wigan have been a team that have looked quite inconsistent as of late, and especially with their home games as well being relatively poor. I've been intrigued to see, because this is really the first, live game I've seen Wigan play for 90 minutes, and they've looked okay so far, Wigan. They really have. They've definitely held their own, considering they're a newly promoted team from League One. They are looking very, very competitive against a very good Blackburn team. Liam Richardson, I can already see him looking how animated he is. He's definitely getting involved, and that is exactly what you need. Apparently won 42 of his 93 league games. So if I can do the maths on that, you're looking at around 45, maybe just over 45% win rate, which is decent for a manager, considering that he's nearly managed 100 games for Wigan. Speaking of Wigan, here they go again, is Broadhead. He's going to pass it to Deweekwa on the right. Back to Broadhead there with a 1-2. Oh, good skill by Broadhead there. Really good work. Shot. Good save by Kaminsky. Brilliant improvisation by Nathan Broadhead, actually, the youngster, who definitely has got a big amount of pressure on his shoulders tonight, leading the line for Wigan there. But brilliant skill to take it past Ayala, actually. I'm loving that confidence. This is what we need to see more of. Players with that fearlessness, running forward, trying to take players on. And I am definitely seen as fearlessness with him so far, which is really good. Went past Lewis Travis and Ayala like they weren't even there. Oh, we've got a bit of booing at the moment. I don't know why. Is Niambe playing for Wigan today? I don't think Niambe is playing for Wigan today. There was some booing, and I know Niambe used to be a Blackburn player, so I thought it might have been him playing, but he's not playing. I don't know why they're particularly booing it, unless I didn't see who it was, unless he's also played for Blackburn as well. I'm going to have to see who that was, because there's definitely one player they're booing in particular. Michael Heelick Goat says Blue Terrier there. 16 of you have voted on the poll. Seb, welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. I'm flabbergasted to see this many people. Thank you guys so much. And guys, I've got something very, very exciting to announce. We have done it. We have hit 1,500 subscribers. Couldn't do it without you. Beautiful stuff. Rob Page looking at Nathan Broadhead. Now, that could be interesting for the potential World Cup, maybe. But thank you guys so much. We're halfway from 1,000 to 2,000 now officially on this day, the 11th of October. The attack for Wigan kind of bouncing into the box. Good defending by Ayala. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. I'm doing... Who's trolling? Who's... You know what? I'm not even going to celebrate anymore if anyone's going to troll like that. Thank you so... Well, regardless, thank you so much. Daraj, welcome to stream as well. 17 of you here. For the fact we've had 17 votes, let's actually end the poll here. I think that's definitely more than enough. Oh! That was not a bad effort. Was that Naylor again? Wigan just once again finding that space. Oh, that was not too far away. Tom Layla, to be fair, is forcing chances. No, I didn't announce the Gatsby giveaway at 1,500. Don't know where you got that from, Charlie. Here's a question. When was the last time Club Rouge got into the Champions League? Oh, I'm not going to be able to know specifically. They weren't in it last year, weren't they? I thought they may have got it last year. Maybe they didn't. You know, when you think of the Belgian League, I think of Club Brugge being the team absolutely dominating everyone at the moment. You know, considering that Company was Anderlecht manager, he was, you know, Anderlecht were at a time like one of the best, if not the best team in Belgium. But since then, Club Brugge has taken over. Oh, from the round of 16. Oh, okay, well, that's different then. Charlie thinks 14 out of the group stage. You know what? That sounds quite realistic, to be honest. You know, because it's very rare for Club Rouge to enter the round of 16, mostly. Oh, we had a long throw for Wigan, but it's well defended in the end. And referee's letting the play go on there. Do you think American billionaire owners will buy Coventry? If there's a good model that they got for them, why not, really? But I think obviously Simon Jordan was originally linked to buy it, and I think it was very frowned upon from many supporters with the four. Oh, this could be a chance for Wigan here. James McLean with a cross, Broadhead headed wide, and I think it's going to be a goal kick. But it is definitely Wigan who are the better team at the moment. Max Power again with a gorgeous ball. McLean, tries to cross it. It goes pinball, and Wigan asking for a penalty. Don't think it will be given their way. Blue Terry wants a new owner. It seems that a lot of championship clubs want a new owner, but, you know, I don't blame them. It's just sometimes a fresh owner with fresh ideas, fresh investors, you know, just sometimes you need that change just to give the club just like a good kick at the backside, just to see if they can start functioning properly. So Saif, welcome to the stream. If you've not been a regular viewer, everyone do give Saif a warm welcome. I hope I've said that name right. Will both teams score? I think I'm not too sure, to be honest. I mean, I predicted before this game it would be 1-1. If Blackburn were going to score, it was going to be a moment of quality from their attackers, a mistake for Wigan, or a penalty. That's the only time I can see Blackburn scoring, because when you look, so what I mean by that, I don't think it'll be like a team goal or anything, just because right now Blackburn have looked very devoid of any ideas. Wigan, I'll be very surprised if Wigan don't score based on how well they've played so far. I've actually not got the commentary on, actually. Can I tell Gatsby if I'm 1,500? But I don't know where he is. I think he may be outside, and I'm not leaving the stream to go outside. I need to stay entertained. You know, if I was Matt and I had a guest, then I probably would go outside and try and find him. But it's a one-man ship, this thing. I have to try and, you know, keep you lot entertained for all this time. Maybe Wigan playoff push, this season. I wouldn't go that far, honestly, but top half can be realistic for Wigan if they stay consistent enough. If they can finally start winning games at home, then yeah, why not? How do you think Coventry would do against Cardiff, Sheffield United, Stoke, Rotherham and Blackpool? Right, okay, quite quick fire this. Coventry against Cardiff. If it's home, I think a draw. If it's away, I think Cardiff will win. Against Sheffield United, I'm actually going to say a draw right now if Sheffield United don't get their act together. Stoke, I think Stoke will beat Coventry regardless, home or away. Rotherham, I think Coventry can beat, actually. And Blackpool, at home a win, away a... Now, Blackpool's quite a tricky one. I'd say a draw away, actually. So, overall, that is... Okay, so Cardiff, I think I said either a draw or win. So, I'll go for a draw. Then a draw for Sheffield United there. Then all cross comes in for Blackburn this time, but no one wins it. Then Stoke defeat, Rotherham win, so that's 5 points. And then let's say Blackpool draw maybe. So that'd be 6 points from those 5 games. They really, I feel like, need... Well, they, at the very minimum, need 2 wins from those 5, in my opinion. Because if Coventry aren't able to find 2 wins from that group or cluster of teams, I think they've got danger, personally. So now we're going to play out from the back. Max Power playing quite a deep role here. Playing almost as a CDM or centre-back here. Playing down to the right now, Duikwa. And that's a crap. That's a crap pass by Duikwa there. He's won Blackburn a throw-in. Oswald, welcome to the stream. Another new viewer. If Oswald, if you've not been a member of the stream, welcome to Let's Us. Everyone do give Oswald a warm welcome around here. He has asked a great question. How do you rate Company's start for Burnley? That is very cryptic because I still think for Burnley to only lose 1 game this season, I think is sensational. But, okay, Blackburn could break here. Brereton Diaz. Oh, that is the first big chance for Blackburn. And just like that, as I said, a potential deflection or mistake from the defenders and Blackburn can punish you there. I mean, it's Curtis Till mucks it up completely, so it would have been an error leading to a goal. Brereton Diaz shoots it wide of the goal. Probably should do better. I mean, to be fair, it was quite a tight angle, so it was quite difficult for him to get the shot on goal. Potentially would have been better if he squared the ball to someone, but unfortunately, you know, even with that mistake, there are very few red shirts in that box. Blackburn definitely need more bodies in their opposition's box. That's what's going to bring fear to the back line of Wigan Athletic. But yeah, so far, I think Company's done a decent job, but I still think there is still things to be worked. Even that 1-0 win against Coventry, I still think Burnley are capable of much more. It does feel a little... I gave similar vibes to Swansea last year when they play a lot of the ball. The difference is, I actually think Company defensively has got Burnley to look quite good. But the issue is, they've just not been so clinical and they've just been holding on the ball. And sometimes with their attacks, it just seems a bit too predictable. So I do feel like a 20-goal goal a season goal scorer in that team for Burnley would completely make them a threat. But there's no doubt in my mind that, you know, to only lose 1 game at this stage of the season, they will be up there unless things start going wrong and they go through like a bad losing run. So I think mostly good, but still things to top up on. The fact that Company came in, you know, as a manager that's never managed in English football before, bit of a risk. And I think currently it's a risk paying off, in my personal opinion. I'm a Wigan fan, but to be fair, I think we'll be 21st, just escaping relegation. Oh, good to see that we've got a Wigan fan here. Oh, we have a yellow card here. The first yellow card of the game to Tom Naylor there. I think Wigan will survive. Based on what I've seen in this game already, I do think Wigan have definitely got it within them. Mark Fotheringham is the new Alex Ferguson. Well, if you heard his accent, then he probably would be. Have you heard it? I can't decipher what accent. It's another Paul Cook situation here. Tutti, welcome to the stream. It seems like we've got a lot of new names today. So guys, well, Tutti, if you're a new viewer, welcome to Let's Us. If he's everyone do give Tutti a good warm welcome to this stream. We always like to welcome our new viewers to Let's Us as we're watching this Lancashire derby. This could be a chance again for Brereton Diaz. Tries to square it this time. Good recovery by Tilt. I think it was another mistake from the back line. Blackburn won a free kick, not been given. I don't know what... I mean, I felt that definitely would have been a free kick otherwise. Pickering. Passing it back. Hedges. That's an interesting ball. That's Dominic Hyam now, playing quite advanced for his position there. in context, they are in their half, in Wigan's half right now. So they're playing quite a high line, Blackburn, at the moment. Long ball going in, and he can't find George Hurst, who's had a quite quiet game so far, to be honest. Dan says, I don't know why Mark Robbins is still the manager for Coventry. Any other manager would have got the South Riles there. We need Gustavo Hamer and Callum O'Hare. I think that's almost part of why his sacking's been delayed. I personally feel the owners want to see how he can get the best of Hamer and O'Hare playing together. I think Coventry have been pretty shafted in their way, that they've just not been able to have anywhere near their best starting team due to injuries at the moment. But injuries should not even excuse to only win one game of the season so far. They want a corner, Blackburn, but that won't be given as a corner. Ben Amos does keep the ball just out of play. West Brom want Mark Robbins. That's an interesting link. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the odds now. I actually look at the odds at half-time, actually, and same with Middlesbrough as well, because there have been some interesting developments with Michael Carrick, but it does seem that Middlesbrough won't pursue Michael Carrick anymore. So what I'll do at half-time, if anyone can remind me, I'll look at the latest managerial odds for Middlesbrough and West Brom. I think they're definitely going to be the two most interesting teams. Mark Hudson is almost looking like that he's going to take the Cardiff job based on how well Cardiff are playing at the moment there. I need to actually check Champions League, actually. I've only just realised, we've got all League One and Champions League playing. I've not been able to check any other scores. Right, so in League One, we've got 3 games, and I'll show you what's going on now. So we've got MK Dons and Bristol Rovers. Now, that's like a bottom of the table clash. MK Dons against 19th place for Bristol Rovers there. Charlton and Exeter, where Charlton have gone into a very commanding 2-0 lead. Miles Leaburn and Alex Hartridge with the opening 2 goals. That puts Charlton in 11th, and Exeter fall down to 8th place currently. It would be a bit of a blow for them if they wanted to try and get into the top 6. And then just now, Peterborough take the lead. I'm just watching Deriqua there for Wigan. That's a clever ball to find Max Power. Good. Oh, I was going to say good deflection, but it's still in play. Ayala, you've got to clear it. He clears it straight to Deriqua though. Doesn't clear it well. Layla to Curtis Tilt. Interesting. Makes a commanding run, and he takes a shot by himself, and it's high and wide. So I don't know who scored. So I caught the goal so early, it won't tell me who scored. But Peterborough, with this goal, they go up to 5th place in the table, which is decent. But having said that, there'll be joint points for Portsmouth, and they do have 2 games in hand, Portsmouth, to stretch that lead. But they will only be 4 points behind Sheffield Wednesday. So Peterborough just about staying within the race at the moment. For League 2, have we got... Oh, wait, is it EFL Trophy tonight? I think that's where they're playing... That's why Gillingham are playing Colchester, I think. Yeah, because I think we did draw them in the EFL Trophy. Right, ignore that. Anyway, Champions League. Have we had any goals? I would hope we have. Okay, we've got 2 goals to talk about. Let's talk about Salzburg first. They've taken a lead against Dinamo Zagreb, which is quite big because they're in Chelsea's group, Salzburg. Nicholas Seevald with the opening goal. That means that currently Salzburg will increase their lead from Chelsea and AC Milan as they're drawing out. They're drawing at the moment. So Salzburg will be on 8 points. Chelsea still yet to play Salzburg, but they will be away from home in that one. And our final game would be against Dinamo Zagreb, I think, at Stamford Bridge. Then we've also got a goal between Dortmund and Sevilla. I don't know who scored it. This must have been a very recent goal. So Sevilla now taking the lead. What their first Champions League game, I think, without Julian Lopetegui in charge. And it's clearly worked out well for them since they've taken a pretty early lead in this game. Cross for Wigan comes in, headed away by... can't get names at the moment. But it's well headed away by Dominic Hyam, actually. West Brom have not contacted Coventry regarding service of boss running. They're looking elsewhere for a new manager. Gando, welcome to the stream. You're a Peterborough fan. Well, I'm going to find out who scored for Peterborough because it didn't tell me originally. Please tell me who scored. Nathan Thompson. Decent player, Nathan Thompson, you know. 5th place, Peterborough find themselves. How have you found Peterborough's start to this League One season? Because it's definitely been a mixed bag for what I can see. Just per congratulations, mention my stars. Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate it. League prediction from Jake is Norwich first, then Burnley. Huddersfield third? Am I reading that right? Wait. And there's no one for 4th. Wait. Watford, then Blackburn, Preston, Sunderland, Sheffield United, Blackpool. Blackburn, then Blackpool, West Brom, Wigan, and Rotherham. Interesting set of predictions there. James, well, okay, a small break from Blackburn, but once again, they just pass out when they've got a break on. It does frustrate me that they can actually go on the counter-attack quite often, and they just pass back. Oh, okay, this could be a good opportunity for Wigan now. Short, good save. This time for Wigan, they had that shot. Will Keane, who's been Wigan's top goal scorer so far this season, he should have had goal number 6 there. A mistake by Blackburn there. Will Keane all by himself pretty much. And he shoots it straight at Kaminsky. Kaminsky, for me, is like in the top half of the best goalkeepers in the league. You're going to have to do more than that to score against him there. So you're definitely going to have to go right for a corner. You can't take the shot early. That's twice that's happened with Wigan now. But Blackburn have also had those moments as well. The problem is that they've not actually used those mistakes to challenge the goalkeeper. They've just hit wide of the target. So we've got Wyke to Max Power. Max Power there. And then, that's a good run there. Charlie White with the cross, headed away. Duikwa. Headed, and he actually finds a Blackburn player, which is to the relief of Blackburn there. Brereton Diaz, Sammy Smodics, who's been completely shut out by Curtis Tilt. And Wigan have won a free kick in a pretty dangerous area. Apparently there's a red card at the San Siro. Really? Oh my god, okay. Milan are down to 10 men. So they've been down to 10 men. What? I need to know what's happened here. So there'll be 0 shots. I did have commentary on. Hang on a minute. Hang on. What's happened here? Tomori's been sent off. Soft decision I'm seeing. I'm sad for Tomori, you know. He doesn't deserve that. I think... Mountain Giroud are booked. Furious protest. I mean, I don't blame them. If it's as soft as I'm seeing it, that's not a red card. I mean, I'm not even an AC Milan supporter, but it looks like they got a bit of an injustice there. Is it a little bit... hang on. Cross comes in, and it's over. Is it a little bit of a coincidence now that Chelsea have been on the receiving end on some really poor decisions, and now suddenly, when we get an English manager in, the decisions are now for us? And it looks like Chelsea have scored. It must have been from a penalty. Jorginho scores from the spot. 1-0 Chelsea, but it doesn't mean that it wasn't controversial the way he did it. Chelsea on 7 points, that means, and AC Milan will be on 4. And that will actually put AC Milan in a little bit of danger of qualifying for the round of 16. They're going to have to really get a good result against Salzburg next time they play them, and Dinamo Zagreb there. So 1-0 Chelsea, but look, sounds very controversial, and Nianzou scores for Sevilla, so we didn't actually cover that there. Let's see what the table looks like with this current draw. Wigan will be on 17 points in 14th, and Blackburn will be in the top 6 on 22 points, but they would have played a game more than everyone else. Charlie, cheers for the donation. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so, so much. You're really trying really hard to get me to exceed the payment threshold to get paid this month. But thank you so, so much. Graham Potter's doing a better job than Tuchel at Chelsea. I'm a little bit more... I wouldn't... No, it's difficult for me to summarise this at the moment. I think at the moment the players are on side. That's what I can say. I can't get carried away saying, oh, it's on the manager, they're doing this and this and this and this. I generally think the players choose when to play. They really do. And that's a really big problem for Chelsea. And unfortunately, it's been a deep-rooted problem, actually, you know, since Chelsea had started getting frequent success. And that's what I'm hoping that Todd Bowley's going to try and eliminate, that sort of play when you want to sort of attitude. That's what we need to get out. And it feels like at the moment with the new managerial bounce, the players are just kind of playing like when they want to. So that I can't really comment on the impacts of managers yet until I can pretty much see how their systems are playing. How close are we to the payment thing? I need to check on that, Charlie, at a later time. It's something I can actually private message you, actually. If Coventry fans stay in the Championship, do you think Coventry will throw a party like the League One title because you would? I mean, it will be a great achievement for them. You know, it will be a season that's gone against them from the very start with the Commonwealth and with the stadium damage, and then also just everything really from the injuries. It would have been a season going against them there. Jack with a donation now. Thank you so much. I always get scared when this happens because when Charlie and Jack both donate, it's like they try and outdo each other, and I'm like, guys, don't look at your bank accounts. Don't use it all on me. I'm only a humble guy after all. Thank you guys for the support though. I really, really do appreciate that. Jake's got his second half of his table predictions. QPR 14th. That far of a drop for QPR. Okay. Reading, Millwall, Swansea, Stoke, Bristol City, Middlesbrough, Coventry, Hull, Cardiff and Birmingham is his bottom three. I think the signings for Birmingham will actually keep Birmingham up. I just think the depth could let them down at certain times. And if they are not... I need to look into like the terms of their loans as well. If it's like half a season and some of them get recalled in the January window, it could be curtains for Birmingham. But if they can have it for the full season, then I actually think Birmingham may be okay. Brereton Diaz gets the ball through, tries to find a square ball, but no, Blackburn player again. Okay, he's offside anyway. I was going to say he was just trying to find a square pass and no one in the box again, but he was actually offside. Yeah, he would have marginally be offside there. Just got to go. No worries. Thank you, as always, for tuning in to the stream. I really, really do appreciate it. Voodoo has said, never a red card. And you know what? As a Chelsea fan, based on what I've heard, I kind of agree. And I'm already saying right now, because the thing is, at this moment of time, it almost feels like at the moment, at the start of the season, we had so many decisions go against us. But since new manager, new English manager as well, and Graham Potter, we've had like countless of positive decisions for us, but completely bad against other teams. We had the Crystal Palace situation, the West Ham situation, and now we have this. So it's almost like a bit of luck that's been long overdue for Chelsea, but it just feels quite weird how all of it has come into some... Oh, this could be a good chance. Oh, Charlie Wyke. Oh, God. It looked like that he had a good touch on him, but Ayala does well to defend it. Apparently, Beelem might get recalled in Jan. Okay, well, I actually have to look at the loans. It's now opening up this game a little bit, which I've wanted that from about 20 minutes ago, but I'm here for it. I really hope for a good game. And Charlie, thank you so, so much. Absolute legend of the chat you are. Here comes my set. Oh, I feel so bad. Thank you so, so much, though. I really, really appreciate it. I really, really do. When I think about it now, I've probably donated... How much have I donated to Matt? I've donated at least 70 quid in the stretch of his streams. I think the most expensive donation I gave him was... was it 20 quid? Because he had 20k subscribers, so I celebrated by giving him £20. Oh, this was a good bit of defending there. Smodic's had a good chance, but Wigan do defend well. Yeah, please check your balance. And free kick awarded to Blackburn. Gillingham, by the way, have scored against Colchester in an EFL trophy. By the way, in terms of Champions League, there've been no other goals, actually. We've talked about the Salzburg goal. We talked about the Sevilla goal. And that's been it. Those 3 goals, including the Chelsea one, have been the only goals in the Champions League so far. And it's away teams doing well at the moment. No home goal in the Champions League, apart from Maccabi Haifa's 2-0 victory so far. Celtic can't score, apparently. Have they been doing well against Leipzig then? Right, Blackburn now have got a free kick, which quite far away from goal, but it could be a good set-piece situation. Long ball going in, headed away, and yeah, it's a bit disappointed there. Now, Wigan trying to go on the counter-attack here. Broadhead leading the attack. Travis does get a tackle in. Is he offside, McLean? McLean is offside. That's a shame. Giroud missed a good chance. You see, now a lot of people, I think, will be rooting for AC Milan to get something now with that injustice decision. But it's going to be interesting to see if Chelsea are going to cope with having a one-man advantage. We've not had many situations this season for Chelsea to actually have one extra guy on the pitch. Celtic have 30 chances for goal, and they miss all of them there. 1 minute left of added time, so it's going to be a very, very brisk, quick half. This still 0-0. It's not been the most awful 0-0 draw I've seen. You know, we've had saves, definitely from Kaminsky. Ben Amos didn't even need to get involved in this half. He could have been on holiday, but Kaminsky's made a couple of decent saves. Problem is though, it just didn't look like that he was troubled at all. All the shots that he was given, were just straight at him. I think definitely the Will Keane chance where he got from a mistake from the back line for Blackburn had so much time, could have even squared the ball. I think Broadhead was in the box, who could have received it, but goes selfishly on his own, tries the shot, takes it early, and it's just an easy save from Kaminsky. And if you're dealing with one of the top goalkeepers of the league, in fact, the referee's blown for half-time 10 seconds beforehand, so he's desperate for half-time to start. So at half-time between Wigan and Blackburn, 0-0. Wigan, for me, being the better team at the moment. Blackburn have had glimpses of a half chance here and there, but nothing really, anything noteworthy at all. It's been Wigan who've been by far the most likely team to score. Can Wigan find any chances in the second half to potentially get something? Can they get their first home win of the season as well? I was just speaking about Colchester conceding. They've now equalised against Gillingham in the EFL trophy. John Akinde getting the equalising goal. Is Hull Birmingham the championship game on Sunday? That's a good question, actually. I need to actually look ahead, which I actually need to start doing. And in fact, I do need to check League One as well. Because it's half-time for most of these games, this will be a good time to actually do that. So, championship game, we know between Wigan and Blackburn, it's 0-0 half-time. Let's go quickly League One. We've had 0 goals between MK Dons and Bristol Rovers, which is going to be like the bottom of a table clash in the moment. MK Dons really struggling this year. Exeter have pulled one back. They were 2-0 down, but Giovanni Brown getting the assist as well, former Colchester player there, with Jay Stansfield getting the assist. And we've had 2 more goals between Peterborough and Forest Green. So it was an equalising goal by Forest Green by Josh Marsh. But 4 minutes later, I think the top goal scorer for League One so far, Johnson Clark Harris, makes it 2-1. I actually need to check the stats. Who is the top goal scorer so far? If we go by attack, yep, Johnson Clark Harris, 9 goals. And look at that, Giovanni Brown is second. Colchester, you've really let a hell of a player go. And, okay, we don't need to look at League 2. Let's quickly go back to Champions League. Any more updates for goals? None. So, the only other games we're looking at are Celtic, Leipzig. Celtic looking like they've had a really good spell here. Leipzig looking like they started the better, but Celtic growing into this. PSG and Benfica, they're first and second in their group. Either one of them wins, they go 6 points clear of Juventus. So if it's a draw, then Juventus may have a lifeline, honestly. And then the other game, Shakhtar Donetsk against Real Madrid. Shakhtar got a decent record in this competition against Real Madrid, if you remember the amount of times that Shakhtar have to play Real Madrid in the group stages there. But then in the games with goal, we've got that RB Salzburg goal with Seevold there. We've got Sevilla taking the lead with Nianzou there. And then the controversial goal for Chelsea with a penalty by Jorginho and Tomori getting sent off. And I've no doubt in my mind that the drama's not going to end here at this moment of time. Right, so I was also going to check about Hull Birmingham. So that's Wednesday. So we've got... Oh, have we not got a Friday game? So we've got Wednesday, then we've got Thursday, Friday. Yeah, Saturday. So we've not got a Friday game in the Championship. Okay. Luton QPR, early Saturday. And then, also Rotherham Huddersfield. So we've got 2 early Saturday games. Then we've got the 3 p.m. kickoffs here. Then we've got a late one between Watford and Norwich. That might be the one I'm going to have to do a watch-along for. Even though my grandparents will be here. And then, yeah, Sunday, 3 o'clock, Hull Birmingham. If it's live on Sky, I'll look at it because I have a feeling I have looked at Hull as a watch-along. But if I haven't, I definitely know I've not streamed Birmingham yet. That'll be 2 teams to tick off in my list. And then I can already see here, we've got more midweek games here. And it looks like we've got quite a fair few of them as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A full round, actually, of Championship midweek games, actually. So we've got a lot coming up ahead. Lula Boy, I'm doing well. How are you? Honeygun, welcome to the stream as well. Congrats on 1.5k. Thank you, Charlie. Sorry. Thank you, Harry. I really appreciate that there. You're gonna judge. Want to congratulate there. Thank you, Harry. Thank you so much there. Gotta go see us, says Honeygun there. Gonna cry. Yorker losing at halftime. Oh yeah, of course. Yorker playing as well. Yeah. So sorry. Harry, if you've already gone and I've not seen you, I have seen it now. So thank you so much for that there. I've just had a notification that Chelsea scored. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang makes it 2-0 Chelsea. I fear for AC Milan now. Oh, okay, I didn't notice this. An equalising goal for Borussia Dortmund. Jude Bellingham. Oh, I'm such a big fan of Jude Bellingham, honestly. He would literally be in my top 3 players that need to start for England in this World Cup. Top 3 easily. I'm just looking at back at the chances now for Wigan. So Broadhead had that good moment of skill, which forced a save. Who made a mistake? Oh my God, that's an awful, awful mistake. I'm trying to remember the numbers now. Oh gosh, I was doing so well with numbers until now. It was Scott Walton who made that mistake, actually. Yeah, he would have definitely got the blame had it gone against them there. Yeah, 2-0 Chelsea. I can see that now, guys. I think Wallace and Gorman and James Feed both told me now. Wigan weren't terrible in the first half. No, I actually think Wigan have been by far the better team, to be honest. But, okay, so Blackburn first half shots. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem right now. I do think Blackburn aren't really forcing too many chances at the moment. I was thinking why they got Stuart Downing in, but then I remembered he was actually, I don't know if it was a loan deal, but he definitely was a Blackburn player actually when I was actually doing my reviews. Rolling back the years, Stuart Downing always did. Definitely would say Wigan were the better team. Right, so as it's half time, it's a chance for you guys to potentially ask me some questions. 1.5k maybe Q&A, I don't know. I don't know if there's such thing as that, but I gotta say once again, a huge shout out to all of you guys watching me because I could not have got there without the support from you guys. I really, really do appreciate that. 1,500 is only what we have got right now. And we're going to try and keep going. 2,000 is the next target. It can be done. I believe it can be done. With enough hard work, with enough persistence, With enough endurance and much stamina, I think we can do it. But with all 1,500 accounts that have been subscribed to this poor man's channel, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate that. The donations tonight have been amazing too. But yeah, thank you so much. It really does help, honestly. We're on 17 likes, by the way, so we're nearly, well, actually over halfway through from our target. Can we get to 20 likes before the second half? So that's 3 likes in the next 5 minutes or so. Maybe a bit ambitious, but guys, if you've not smashed the like button, please do so. That also actually really does help the growth of the channel as well. It only takes 1 second to do. It really does help. But what are your thoughts of that first half performance from Wigan and Blackburn? Well, look at this time to actually look at stats, and I'm surprised I've actually not been so tired, because normally when it's a late stream, I'm shattered, but maybe when it's a study day, I'm not as tired. So, by possession stats, Wigan have been better, or to quote one of my work colleagues, possession, there's no such thing as it. Doesn't believe that possession is an important stat, which I kind of agree, to be honest. 7 shots to 1, so you can clearly see Wigan asking way more questions than Blackburn. 3 shots on target to 0, and there has been saves from Kaminsky. I think it would be 3 saves as well. Yeah, 3 saves from Kaminsky. 2 of them I can note down were from Broadhead and from Wyke as well. There's probably one other one that's slipping my mind at the moment. 3 shots off target as well. I mean, just Blackburn have only had 1 shot, which was that one Brereton Diaz chance where he took advantage for Curtis Tilt's mistake but shot wide of the post. You're telling me that's the only chance Blackburn had? That's appalling. 2 corner kicks to 0, 1 offside each, 4 fouls each, 1 yellow card, 4 shots inside the box to 1, 3 shots outside the box there. You can clearly see Wigan asking way more. But possession was quite equal, actually. So, in terms of teams holding on to ball, it's been quite equal, but you can clearly see that Wigan have used it much better. 212 accurate passes there. Got more dribbles from Blackburn, actually. So, definitely looking like they're trying to hit teams on with some pace and dribble past them, but unfortunately it's not really worked out for them so far. But despite that, Wigan 14th and Blackburn actually move up a couple of places in 5th at the moment. Sue! I'll do a bit more of an exaggerated Sue since Sue himself has returned scoring against Everton in the weekend. So yeah, fair play on him there. 21 likes, apparently, says Blue Terror. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You smashed that, actually. I thought that was a bit of a tricky target there. Thank you so much. It's not because we have less possession most times than win or draw. The possession's only there to talk about which team has held the ball, to be honest. You know, what you look at is what team has created more. I look at shots. I look at potential passes leading to goal. I look at chances created. That, I think, is more telling stats rather than possession. Possession's just there, you know, as the classic stat, thinking, oh, this team's been in control for this amount and this team's been in control for that amount. It doesn't matter about control. It all matters about one thing, and that is goals. A team could have 29% possession and still win. Think of what Birmingham had in the opening day of the season when they beat Brentford. They did exactly that. 1 chance, sat back for the whole thing, and still got all 3 points. And people say, oh, it's a disgrace. You know, they only had those amount of chances or whatever, and Brentford deserved to win. I don't even care at this point. It all counts about being good going forward. And you can only be as good as your game plan. And Birmingham had a game plan and executed it perfectly. So that is my little lecture on Football 101. What do I think of Marmite? Oh, now I tell you what, I'm actually going to do a poll on this. I actually think that's I want to actually do a poll on this before I reveal my my verdict. Let's do it. Hang on, if I can leave it tight. And this is going to be the most bizarre poll I've ever done. But here it is. I feel like I want to do a bit of a fun poll for you guys. So we'll do that there. Guys, get voting. 13 of you here as well, which is actually nearly as many votes as we had in the last poll, which was about what might happen in this game. Because it's half time, let's have a bit of fun with this. But I don't think it's a question I've actually ever answered before, so that's why I definitely want to put it on to you guys at the moment. You guys are still figuring out things that you still don't know about me. Favorite pizza? Oh my god. Meat Feast, but pepperoni's right up there as well. I always like... How do I say this without sounding wrong? I always like it to be like a protein, you know, orientated pizza. Jalapeno, oh my god, yeah, spice as well. Spice is very important in pizza actually for me. Spice actually does add something to it. People don't like spice sometimes on pizza, thinking it overpowers it. But if you get the if you get the spice level right, it literally lifts it up and actually makes the pizza 10 times better for me. 10 votes and 60% of you have said hell yeah at the moment. I'll give you a bit of time to vote and I will reveal if I'm in the majority or the minority based on this poll so far. The Insigne moment is the most iconic moment from a watch-along on YouTube. What, even Harder Than Wedding Night, you know what, from Goldbridge? I still think that is my favourite moment there. Although, to be fair, when he got sacked from TUSFC, it was the one rare time where I was working from home and I was listening to that actual stream as I was working on someone's account. And I literally had to put on my timesheet for like a good half an hour of just basically bollocks, basically saying it was training, because I was just pissing myself laughing about what was going on. And it's just like, you know what, preach, because I've nearly been in that exact situation as well. Unfortunately for him, he's actually had a first, and that for me is one of the most iconic moments there. 15 votes now. Bloody hell, we actually might be able to end this now with a good result. Right, okay. So quite an overwhelming majority have said hell yeah to Marmite. 75-25% actually. So 3/4 of you said yes and 25% of you have said no. For me, I am actually with the majority. I have had Marmite from a young age, so I don't mind it. I really, I don't at all. I don't have it as much now, but I definitely do like the flavour. Crisps, the crisp flavour is actually really nice, Charlie. I agree from you there. I actually not spoken about England women and Czech Republic women, by the way. 0-0 in that game, by the way. I think it's a friendly, so I think that's why I may have not commentated on it. But 0-0 currently in that game. I think it's our Scotland and Wales women playing for their places in the World Cup, I like to say, or some international competition. Do I like Indian food? I've not had Indian much, but I do. I am a fan of it. I just like food. I mean, can you tell? Anyway, kickoff for the second half for Wigan and Blackburn is about to take place. It looks like it's Will Keane who will be kicking off for Wigan. Oh no, I mean, it looked like it was going to be him, but no, they've actually changed positions. They have officially kicked off his second half. Can Wigan get their first home win of the season? And can Blackburn spoil Wigan's, good play from this half? Because right now, I'd say Wigan deserve 3 points here. They really have. James, thank you so much for being such a reliable video printer. There has been another goal in the Champions League. Now, that is a really good result for Chelsea. It's a Dynamo Zagreb equaliser against Salzburg. That puts Salzburg now... Oh, yeah, goal awarded. Right, okay, so no fear for VAR disallowing it. What that means to the table now, you may see here, look at this. Salzburg now on 6 points, and Chelsea will now be the new leaders of the group on 7 points. So that is a really good goal. Thank you. Lubicic. Brilliant moment there. Thank you so much. Goal for PSG against Benfica. Kylian Mbappe from the penalty spot. A lot of controversy on Mbappe's future today. A lot of stories going around in the moment, contrasting statements from Mbappe and the owners. So it's looking like a very controlling, toxic environment. And I wouldn't want to really be in a club that's trying to manipulate things like that, to be honest. But yeah, that's all the goals in the Champions League. And I think I've caught up with all the other leagues. Right. Let's go back to the second half, because right now I feel like the tempo of this half has looked a little bit better, but in more favour of Blackburn, actually. Blackburn have been a little bit more commanding going forward at the moment. Free kick to Wigan there. Yeah, so I do like Indian food. I wouldn't be able to have a favourite, but I do like it. I don't have Indian takeaways that much because my family don't have Indian takeaways too much, but I do like it. Naan bread. Chef's kiss. Marmite, anything is nice. No, I can agree. I can back that. I've had a Marmite with naan bread. Now that's something I've not tried, but now I might try that now. Marmite is French for cooking pot, says Vijay. Is it really? I mean, I thought like the French term to cook something is cuisine, like cuisiner as the verb to cook. Okay. I might look into that and see if that's right. Chinese is Chinese, top tier any day of the week. Get me chow mein, egg fried rice, ribs, satay chicken. Oh my god, I've already be salivating that, honestly. Kebab, yeah. Oh guys, what are you doing to me? You make me feel really, really hungry right now. My god. Jack wants Blackburn to beat Wigan. Charlie has asked if I had Vindaloo. I'll make no comment. You can make up your answer. I don't even care. Right, so in the second half, still 0-0, 3 minutes into the second half. At the moment, Blackburn having a bit more of the ball than they did in the first half, I'd say. But it is looking like a very similar pattern where both teams are having a couple of good passes, but just not having that quality to find that final ball that's going to really unlock through each team's defence. Max Powell giving the ball away straight to Broughton Diaz. It was given away by Travis there. That's disappointing there. We've had a couple of substitutions, by the way. So Blackburn have made 2 subs. Callum Britton is on for Ryan Hedges, and Tyrese Dolan is on for Sammy Smodics, which I'm a bit surprised that both of them have, especially Smodics going off. I didn't think that Smodics deserved to go off there. If I beat you in a prediction league, you have to eat Ghost Chili Pepper on stream. I'm going to be a coward and say no. I don't want to do any sort of challenges that encourage my body to try and literally rip itself apart. Header, and it's caught by Kaminsky. Nothing from there. I'm going to decline that. I don't know. Maybe like a brilliant goal or achievement I could potentially do. I don't know. I'm not brave enough to really do those sorts of things, especially on camera, especially. Like, for instance, there was like a hot chip that was going around at work, and I declined it, but deep down I was thinking, I wonder how spicy it really was. But I watched someone eat it, and honestly, his whole face just turned red. I mean, I had no sympathy. I was just laughing and literally sweating tears for him. But no, I'm not brave enough to do all that sort of stuff yet. Got a couple of crunchy challenges going in. That's one challenge going in for, I think, Charlie White on Daniel Ayala. That's what this game's been lacking. It's been lacking that intensity, to be honest. I think Blackburn have looked a little bit better away from home here than they did against Cardiff, which is actually saying a lot, to be honest. But Wigan have definitely not been able to have as much joy attacking wise than what Cardiff have had, if that makes sense. What's this about challenges, guys? Can it just not be on camera? Can it just be something that I can do privately as a social, maybe? Didn't hear about that, Charlie. I need to actually look into that. I mean, I only just heard about the Wigan goalpost incident just now. I'm probably just really behind on football news, to be honest. James Azars is Mwepu retiring? I believe, yeah, and it's a shame what's happened to him. So he's basically had an unknown or undiagnosed, I think. So what I mean by that is just like there's no diagnosis to the cause of his heart condition, but because they don't know enough about it, it's too risky for him to play, and he's had to retire early at 24, which is really upsetting for him. He's gonna have to try and deal with something, to be on it. Coniston, welcome to the stream. Did I hear Alice Miller's being appointed West Brom manager? What? I beat Goldbridge to the job. A bit surprised that I beat him to the job there. Blackburn are making their third substitution, by the way. John Dale Thomas are making the changes. George Hurst is off and Gallagher's on. I've got to say, I think that's a good substitution, actually. I think Hurst was really struggling in this game. Barely touched the ball. It was only Brereton Diaz that really looked a threat going forward out of the front two. Gallagher, who's had experiences and actually has had, I think, the most goals from substitutions for Blackburn this season. He, I think, could be the answer for Blackburn to at least look a bit more likely to get some goals. Dak as well needs to go on for Blackburn as well, I think. Wigan trying to get anything out of that. It's just pinballing at the moment. There's been no team that's been able to string 3 or 4 passes at the moment, sadly. Charlie White trying to press Kaminsky, but Kaminsky being really good on his feet. Wigan having a little bit more on the ball now. Max Power. There's Tom Naylor. Curtis Tilt. He's going to pass it to McLean. And what was even the point of that? Oh, they wanted the ball to be out, but it's not gone out. Tyrese Dolan, who I almost forgot he was on the pitch because he's barely been involved for Blackburn so far. I've got to get used to this. So Hedges is off and... Callum Britton is on, replacing Hedges. 1-0 PSG half-time. Yeah, that's right. We did cover that. It was Kylian Mbappe scoring for the penalty. Jackson's down a beer. I'll do one in spirit. Not today for a start. Potentially Wednesday. Oh, that's a good through ball to Bensound. Diaz tries to cut it back to Tyrese Dolan. Oh, he doesn't get there. Wigan in the right place, right time, defender. Now Nathan Broyer trying to do the counter-attack for Wigan Athletic. But that's a brilliant tackle by Callum Britton, and he wins a free kick for Blackburn. What a recovery by Callum Britton there. Brilliant defending. And just like that, that is how much of a knife's edge this game has been. So Callum Britton actually starts it. Curtis Tilt plays him on side. I mean, that's a poor line for Wigan there, but it's Jack Watmore that actually prevents the cutback finding Tyrese Dolan, who I've not actually commentated a lot of Jack Watmore, but he does fantastically well. There's Harry Pickering. Oh, another through ball. I think by Dolan this time. Dolan kind of playing in a winger's position here. Pickering again to Brereton Diaz. Blackburn looking much better. And that's not even an exaggeration. Looking much better here. Dolan headed away. Not quite cleared. Jason Kerr, I would have expected a bit more of a powerful header than that. No, they boot it away now. Down at Guinness. No. Hate Guinness. Absolutely despise it. Least favourite beer. And I don't even think that's a controversial opinion. I hope one day we can get you and Rads in the video. I tell you what, that's not a bad shout, actually. That's really not a bad shout, to be honest. I've not been in contact with Rads for quite some time, but there's no doubt in my mind that there can definitely be something pulled off. I mean, if I can get Ben HD on a video, I'm pretty sure I can get Rads on the video. We're just going to have to work with our schedules, because I think both of us have got a lot on. Right, here come Wigan on the counter-attack now. McLean getting into the penalty box. Square ball coming in. Good defending by Dominic Hyam. And Dominic Hyam getting ahead of him there. He finds Tyrese Dolan. Right, can Blackburn now attack? He's looking at this. The pace and the intensity has now taken a sharp increase now. And I'm hoping that might mean the defences are going to tire and we're going to get some goals. No, my luck, we won't. But we can only commentate for what we can see. Really want another vid with you, Matt. Matt has said he wants to do another video with me. I don't know what it is, but I don't know when it will be. But Matt definitely has intentions to do another collab soon. So who knows, to be honest. If anything, I think I'm more occupied these days than Matt is these days. So he'll have to try and find a way to get me available. We'll get something sorted. Anyway, back to this game. Blackburn on the ball. Dominic Hyam. No free. Oh yeah, he was definitely no free kick there. Curtis Tilt supposedly fouling Ben Brereton. And free kick all to Wigan. Favourite whiskey, says Blue Terror. I've only had one type of whiskey. What do you call that whiskey? I'm just checking if Jack Daniels is a whiskey. Because I've had it before. But nah, it doesn't give me good memories, Jack Daniels, to be honest. Yeah, no, it would be a whiskey. It was the first whiskey I think it was pretty much the only whiskey I've ever had, really. So goal kick for Amos, which was just from that free kick won by Tilt there. Oh, he won a handball there. No handball given there. That looked like a catch by DeWeekwa to me. Max Power with the cross. It's well caught by Kaminsky though. So no controversy there. One game can't go without any controversy. That's all I can say. By the way, guys, we're on 29 likes. We're on 29 likes, which is amazing. So, guys, thank you so much, as always, for the terrific support in this channel. And by the way, Mods, you've been on your game today. I didn't even notice what that guy said. So, thank you so much. Oh, what a ball! Flag goes up. Ah, that's a shame. It looked like a really promising run by Brereton Diaz, but he was offside. Anyway, we're on 21 likes. We're 1 like off our target. So, other way around. I can't do... There it is. So, 30 likes. It'll be absolutely amazing if we can absolutely get there. Only 1 like away. So, guys, thank you so much, as always, for the brilliant support for the channel. And, yeah, once again, guys, I've got to really highlight this as well. Thank you guys so much for this. 1,500 subscribers is amazing. Obviously, if any of you have not subscribed, please do so, because then you'll be the person that have started the growth from 1,500 to 2,000 maybe. Who knows? But thank you guys for this today. I really, really love all of you guys. You guys have been the reason why I still do this, you know. We go through stages where we feel like that we go through different interests and all of that. And there's been times I've contemplated thinking, I like talking about football, but is it really worth my time? But the reason why I've not pulled the plug on it, where I could have done so many times already, is because of you guys. I've built this up from me blabbering out some random crap on Championship. And you guys have really taken a liking to it. And I'm just absolutely stunned. So thank you guys so, so much. Oh, I didn't know. Angela Lansbury's died. Oh, that's sad. How old would she have been? She's like 90 odd. Sorry, it's a bit unrelated. I've only just... This is what happens when I don't see the news all day. Because I'm at work. Have I not known this until now? 6th of May, I've just got that news about King Charles, actually. So, lo and behold, as soon as I get onto the news, now I'm starting to get caught up with everything. Maynard now on the ball for Wigan. Passing it to McLean. By the way, Chelmsford have got a game today. We're playing against Stansted. So, Stansted... if you are from Essex, you'll know Stansted have got a very, I guess, a famous airport. Basically, the main airport in, not even in Chelsea, but even in Essex, is Stansted, really. And I think, I don't know if it's a league. I don't think Stansted are in the same league as Chelmsford, to be honest, unfortunately. So I don't think it's a league game. Yeah. So I think they're Essex Senior League, Stansted FC. And we're 3-1 up at the moment. So yeah, I think this must be like a, not like an FA Cup, but I think it's an academy game actually. Oh, I didn't actually know it was an academy game today. Conor Ben is potentially facing a 4-year ban if he can't prove his innocence. Now that is devastating for Conor Ben if you can't. Oh, that's going to be a chance. Charlie White. Oh, what a save! But there's a goal. Wigan Athletic score. Nathan Broadhead scores for Wigan. I was going to say if they couldn't score this, Wigan will never score a home goal. They do so here. It's once again, the closest chance of a game was when Charlie White managed to nick a mistake from the back line. The same thing has happened here. Charlie White has not got the goal. It was actually from Nathan Broadhead this time. But this is what happens here. So, it was really good pressing actually by White originally. And, oh God, I mean, it's Will Keane originally that actually wins the 50-50 there. I think, is it Ayala who misses out? No, it's not Ayala. It's the other guy that runs into the box. It won't show me the shirt number of the guy who loses out. So it's Ayala, and Wharton gives the ball away there. And, oh no, I know who it is. I know exactly who it is. So I've just caught the shirt number. So the guy who's just literally gifted them a goal. I mean, it's not. I can't even read the bloody numbers. It's very annoying. It's Tyler Morton. So because, I mean, Wharton for a start nearly gave Will Keane a free goal. Wharton again doesn't do well to clear it. And then Morton runs into the box. And it's brilliant pressing by Will Keane. Has a great shot. Tries to chip it over Kaminsky. And he makes a brilliant save. But Broadhead tucks it home and the rebound for that. And that makes it 1-0 to Wigan. And I think they slightly deserve it, Wigan, actually. Charlie singing those sweet Lexus of mine. I think I prefer that. Oh, sweet Lexus of mine. I think it can work. 4-1 to Peterborough. You're not wrong. Yeah, Forest Green are really struggling here in this. They originally equalised, actually, but look at that. Nathan Thompson with Josh Marsh. Jota Clark-Harris making it 2-1 for half-time. Jay Jones, Colchester United career mode legend. If you know, you know. Clark-Harris getting an assist. And Harrison Burrows, who was a decent player in the Championship for Peterborough last season. So, Peterborough really, I think, should do better than what they've done so far, considering that a lot of their players are the same players from the Championship. Charlton and Exeter still 2-1 to the home team. And MK Dons and Bristol Rovers, a draw, a 0-0 draw, doesn't really suit either team, honestly. So, yeah, both of them will not be feeling good. But yeah, Forest Green, with that defeat, puts them on 22nd place. And because it's a heavy defeat, MK Dons actually rise one place up the table. Now, with that win for Wigan at the moment, they move up to 9th place, as I said from the start of this stream, which is a really good achievement for Wigan if they can be right up there. Blackburn really struggling again to get a foothold away from home. Jack doesn't know what he predicted. I can check, although it will take time because I've saved so many of your predictions, really. God, excuse me, I got a bit of indigestion. My God, hiccups suddenly. You predicted 1-1, just like me. So a Blackburn goal would mean that we're both on course to get 3 points, Jack. 65 minutes gone with 25 minutes left. I don't know, what is that on the pitch? Is that like a flare? That's definitely not confetti, but it's red, so it must be from the away fans. Long ball going in, headed away by Callum Britton. But straight to James McLean there. Broadhead, who I actually got to say, McLean and Broadhead have worked very well together today. Tom Naylor, who's I was going to say making a great role, literally passes it straight to a Blackburn player. Curtis Tilt now he's trying to get involved, and Curtis Tilt trying to get some tackles in as well. Oh, and he's going to make Lewis Travis lose his head if he's not careful. Jack wants Blackburn to score for prediction's sake. Honestly, as I say, deep down I want a good game. Of course, the predictions will make it nicer, of course. But on the whole, I just want a really good game. Goal! Champions League. Big goal, actually. Shakhtar against Real Madrid. Could you guess that Shakhtar have once again scored first before Real Madrid? Alexander Zubkov scores. Shakhtar is Real Madrid's bogey team. There's no doubt about it. Great goal that by Broadhead. Just watched it back, actually. So it means all games have got a goal apart from Celtic Leipzig. The substitution is Broadhead off and Asgard on. And I've got to say, I questioned Broadhead starting this game and said that Asgard should be up there instead. But fair play to him. Broadhead getting the only goal of the game so far has proven me wrong. That's not me hating on him. It's just me. If I was in the position, I'd do things differently. By the way, another substitution. Ayala is off the pitch and Adam Wharton's on. So Blackburn have made their fourth substitution now. Cross comes in for Wigan. Good header. Oh, again. Not a bad opportunity. I think it's Asgard who already, within about a minute coming onto the pitch, is a great cross by Duikwa. And Theo Asgard, he does get above Callum Britton. And it's a header just over the goal. This result puts Wigan only 2 points behind Swansea and Blackburn themselves. That's crazy that Wigan have done so well so far. I need Blackburn and Wigan to score one each. Okay, so Blue Terry needs more to go. But to be fair, if you predicted a 2-1 Wigan win, you've automatically got 1 point so far, which is 1 point more for me and Jack. It'll make this weekend an interesting watch. No, it most definitely will. And you've got to remember, we've also got Bristol City and Preston still involved as well. I think Bristol City winning will stop the rot that they're currently on. But Preston winning will definitely spice things up competitively within the top 6, I think. So for a result, or potential going into the weekend, a Preston win will probably be preferable. But whether that will happen, who knows? Because Bristol City can always surprise people. Here's Jason Kerr. I've noticed at times the centre-backs run really far up the pitch. Duikwa, oh, what a good bit of skill by Duikwa. Gets a shot and it's just wide of the post. Not a bad effort by the wing-back there. Would you say he's a wing-back or a winger? I mean, he kind of develops as both as a winger/wing-back. For the fact that he does track back very, very well. Who's the worst manager in the Championship? Are you talking about the current worst manager in the Championship? I'm honestly not too sure right now. Oh, Brereton Diaz doing well. Tries to find again Tyrese Dolan. But I think it's Watmore again. Managing to stop the cutback to find Tyrese Dolan. It feels... Brereton Diaz, I've criticised him at times being a bit too selfish. But now he's just being a little bit unselfish for my liking. And at times I do think the momentum and the movement he gets into the box. Oh, this could be a chance. Brereton Diaz. Oh! Close. Not far away. This is, I think, the closest Blackburn have gone to scoring in this entire half. Maybe even in this game. So it's Tyrese Dolan. And Gallagher wins the header. Oh, he should be hitting the target. It's great height, great contact, great strike. Just doesn't hit the target and it's wide of the post. Ben Brereton Diaz knows he should at least hit the target there. He'll be disappointed with that chance. Preston can go as high as 5th. I mean, that makes sense right now. They've done very well so far. Might not have gone for a Norwich certain away win. I've not actually answered the worst manager in the Championship yet at the moment. I don't think that's here, so I don't think you need to worry about that, Blue Terrier. I'm actually not too sure, honestly. It's difficult. You know what? All the managers I want to say have all been dismissed. I literally would have said Steve Bruce had he not been sacked yesterday, which I actually correctly predicted he would have got sacked before my review video came out, by the way. Just thought I'd throw that out there. I think Bilic is not covering himself in much glory so far. He's giving me kind of Jokanovic vibes at Sheffield United at the moment. Brereton Diaz. Again, Blackburn looking like they're turning the screw a bit. Blackburn won a penalty, definitely not given their best, almost as worse of a Tom Daley impression as I saw from the Arsenal-Liverpool game. Not Arsenal-Liverpool game, it was the Reading and QPR game. I saw that, actually. But yeah, Mark Robbins will be up there as well, sadly. But I think that's a bit unfair on him because I actually think he's had his hands tied. The best? This is tough. I'll give a wild card currently. I think Michael Beale has done an incredible job to get QPR this high up the table. Russell Martin, I think, is very underrated. I mean, you would say Heckingbottom and Smith are almost dead certs of being up there as well. Gallagher tries to go through a commanding run, but is well tackled actually by Max Power. Wharton with the ball, and it's found no one. We're 72 minutes in, still 1-0 to Wigan. Wigan have made the breakthrough, and they are on course for their first home win of the season. Guys, by the way, in terms of a like target, it's 30 likes. We're still on 29 likes, so we're 1 like away to get to 30. So, guys, if you've not liked the stream yet, guys, please do so. It does really, really help the growth of this channel when you do that. Also, in terms of subs as well, we are dead on 1,500. So, once again, as I'll repeat again, thank you guys so much. I really love you all. Thank you so much for that. If any of you have not subscribed and you want to be starting the journey from 1,500 to 2,000, please hit the subscribe button now because it really, really does help the growth of this channel. Both like and subscribing take 2 seconds each to do, and both really do help growth of the channel. You have no idea how much it helps. I want to say it's about to be like Ryan Lowe. Oh, I tell you what, it's almost quite comical because oh god, I forgot his name. But we've got someone in Ben's Patreon who literally would wish on hell for Ryan Lowe at the moment. It's literally a downright Preston hater because he's very anti Ryan Lowe. And there's no filter, really, when it comes to him as well. And Charlie will know, because he's in the Patreon server as well. So I always chuckle a little bit when I hear someone mention about an opinion on Ryan Lowe. But he's done well. Undoubtedly, Preston would have got a result of last weekend to Lily actually, they were only 1 goal away from actually matching what they scored in their first 11 games than they did in that entire game against Norwich alone. Blue Terrier despises Nathan Jones, apparently. I feel like he's someone that just definitely riles people up, but I kind of like him for that. I think Gary Rowett is another very polarising one too. We're going to go a free kick. To be fair, I've not yawned actually that much, actually. I was thinking, like, again, with this little goals, I would be a bit more bored. But actually, I rather enjoyed the feistiness of this game, actually. Charlie really likes Liam Richardson. I think he's done a great job here. White with the free kick, headed away by Wharton. Can Blackburn go on the counter-attack? Tyrese Dolan. And Curtis Till, brilliant defending on his part. And he wins a free kick. Brilliant play by Curtis Till there. Time wasting too. Ben Nathan Jones loves us, says Jack. He would not want to travel to Birmingham anytime soon. Right. Results in the women's game. Oh, yeah. So it is for the World Cup. So Wales women cannot qualify for the World Cup since they lose 2-1 to Switzerland women. They've conceded a goal in injury time. That's a shame. I think Scotland women also have a chance as well. Most salty manager, but yeah, it's salty, but also just riles people up as well. So he's definitely got some good and bad qualities, but you know we're never perfect there. People saying MK Dons in the bottom four, that can only mean one thing. Let's actually get the subs away at the moment of time. It must mean Bristol Rovers have scored. And they have. Oh my god. This is dangerous, 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 dangerous times for an MK Dons supporter now. Don't know who scored. That must have been a really, really... You guys have been quick today. Bristol Rovers with this current win puts them on 15 points and actually 15th place in the table as well. So it automatically looks so much better. A 4-point gap with Forest Green and Bristol Rovers having played the same amount of games. Still won't tell me who scored that goal, but that is really bad news if you're an MK Dons supporter. Let's see what is happening in the other Champions League games at the moment. Looks like they've had no other goals. It's still 1-1. Dinamo Zagreb, I will forgive you for beating Chelsea if you can get a draw against Salzburg right now. Celtic Leipzig still the only game that's 0-0. Dortmund Sevilla still 1-1. PSG Benfica 1-0 PSG. Shakhtar still 1-0 up. And of course Chelsea still 2-0 up in that game too. So just to look at the table, because Wigan have scored to make it 1-0, they're on 90 points. Blackburn actually fall out of the top 6. Swansea are now back in the top 6 and they stay 7th place. But Preston could overtake Blackburn if they get a good result against Bristol City tomorrow. Tell you what, those trio of Lancashire teams have done quite well in their own way, but I've been rather disappointed at Blackburn's performances away from home. They really need to start pulling their selves together with that. He's Scott Wharton. Britain, but it's just tackled by James McLean, sorry. Mixing up names now. I'm surprised that wasn't a free kick to Wigan, but referee's playing on. Tyrese Dolan now running. Oh, now that will be a yellow card at least, and James McLean's really going to be angry that that other decision wasn't given. Well, it's definitely a yellow card for James McLean, but he's fuming that the foul on Charlie White wasn't given. I think that was a foul by Travis, honestly. I think he was almost Travis almost delayed thinking he was going to get called as a foul, but referee did play on, and I think that was incorrect actually, but it doesn't mean, James McLean, you have to go 2-foot someone because a foul wasn't given for you there. But it means Blackburn have got a free kick, and that's the thing about James McLean. If you lose your head and now that you can see the goal from that set piece, it'll be on you. Free kick goes in. Oh, it's a gorgeous one. Oh, God, again. It goes for a goal kick. Bloody hell. Morton kicks it out. It looked like a really good free kick. I think, Barrington Diaz would have been offside. It was the right height. I was waiting for someone to get the end of it. Yeah, Wharton doesn't get enough on it, unfortunately for him. Had he shot that on goal, I think that would have been a goal for Blackburn there. I mean, this is apparently since Wigan scored. 73% of the possession goes to Blackburn. But, as I said, no goals. So what's the point of having that possession? Who scored? It was Nathan Broadhead. It was a mistake by Tyler Morton, but also Wharton not doing well defensively either. Will Keane robbing the ball off him. Tries to chip the ball over Kaminsky. Does a brilliant save. But Broadhead taps in the rebound pretty much of that save, and that is how Wigan have got the first opening goal of the game. Blackburn have definitely had more of the ball since they've gone behind, but they've not really. I don't think Amos has made a single save, so it tells you that whilst Blackburn have had chances, they've just not been able to be clinical. None of those chances have been on goal, so that's a big problem for them. 10 minutes Blackburn have to potentially get something from this. Can Wigan hold on for their first home win of the season? They've got 10 minutes to survive. By the way, the Bristol Rovers goal scorer was from the penalty spot, Anthony Evans. Well, this could be... good defending, I think. Oh, this could be a chance here. Oh! Right, yes, there's going to be a free kick to Wigan there. Right, I was a bit distracted there because it was originally good defending, but then good play by Gallagher to get back on his feet that quickly. So, it was Wharton. It was good defending by Kerr, but then Gallagher gets back on his feet very quickly there. So Jason Kerr originally does really, really well, but then Gallagher actually uses that momentum to get back on his feet, and he almost had like a free shot on goal. But Curtis Tilt, what a heroic bit of defending he did there. Won himself a free kick there. Brilliant defending. That's all I can say. Okay, Josh McGuinness and Ashley Fletcher are going on to the pitch. 2 attacking players for Wigan going on. And Charlie White and Will Keener off. So the attacking line for Wigan has completely changed now. That should make things interesting. They had an entirely different front three to the front three they've now got. So we'll see how that compares at the moment. And Lewis Travis going off the pitch. He's definitely getting booed, Travis there. Bradley Dack is coming onto the pitch. Right, I'd have put Bradley Dack on 70 minute rather than 82nd. I think that might be a bit of a late change from John Dale Thomason there. We do now have Gallagher, Brereton, and this could be a chance for Wigan there. We'll see if that front three could potentially get something. Is Theo Alsgaard. Not Alsgaard, Asgard. Might as well live on Ragnarok right now. Throw in for Blackburn, but it's in the wrong area of the pitch. Although I know it's to Wigan actually. Wigan have got a throw in, and they'll take that throw in, and they'll really, really take their time. One thing really struck me about that Arsenal-Liverpool game, by the way, was the lack of yellow cards. There was only 1 yellow card for both teams each. And I'd expected more yellow cards from this game. And I was just looking at Hull and Huddersfield, for instance. And you had a lot more yellow cards there. I mean, just like with scrappy challenges and, of course, time wasting as well. And we had none of those yellow cards awarded to the way in the Premier League games, which I guess kind of, defines the difference that we see from that. Blackburn need to score for my prediction. I think a lot of us need Blackburn to score for our predictions to become true. But at this moment of time, Blackburn have not scored at the moment. They're just looking at Wigan's home results again. 3 draws and 3 losses. This will be Wigan's first home win of the season if they can hold on. Whilst they still don't look quite prolific, Wigan, with their goal scoring, they do have determination. They do play as if their lives depend on it, and that's really good for them. And I've got to say, their defending has been great as well. I think that's been the best part of it. I actually think their back line has surprised me more than anything. Tilt, Watmore, Kerr as a back three, solid, absolutely solid. Duiqua on the right-hand side. And it's a goal kick. Right, Blackburn going to take this very, very quickly. 84 minutes on the clock. Can Blackburn get anything from this game? There's a goal between PSG and Benfica, by the way. I'll just show that now. I don't think I showed the equalising goal for Benfica. Well, I just gave it away if I didn't. Yeah, Benfica have just scored against PSG. 1-1 now. And that'll actually be a really good result for Juventus, actually. So VAR awarding a penalty. João Mario scoring to make it 1-1. I said if this game draws, then Juventus potentially have a chance to save themselves. But if any one of those teams win, it means it's impossible for Juventus to overtake them with their remaining Champions League games. Here's Morton. 85th minute, 5 minutes left for Blackburn to get something. Can Wigan hold on in those final 5 minutes and finally get their first home win for the season? I think we'll get 3 minutes at a time. I don't think it's going to be big. I don't think we've had any big injuries, honestly. York have equalised, which is good for them in the National League. That's an interesting ball, headed away by Watmore. There's Bradley Dack fighting well. There's Wharton, sorry. Pickering to Brereton Diaz there. Pickering with the cross. Oh, Gallagher wants a penalty, but it won't be given. No, free kick awarded to Blackburn again. And there's been a yellow card again. And it's been awarded to Brereton Diaz, I think. Does sound like he was protesting with one of the decisions. I mean, it did seem a bit over dramatic, the foul, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely contact. Right, yeah, that's a foul. McLean, got to be careful. You've already been booked. Can't have too many of those fouls, McLean. Otherwise, you'll be off, and then you'll put your team in jeopardy. I mean, that was a great cross by Pickering there. I think Curtis Tilt's just defending very, very well, to be honest. I don't think it's a penalty conceded there. Morton. Oh, that's a ball. Oh, again, just... They can't time their runs properly and they touch it. Oh, my gosh. That was a gorgeous ball by Morton there. My God, that was something special. But Wharton just doesn't get enough on it. Can't catch it quick enough. The touch is not there. And it was Brereton Diaz that did receive that yellow card. I'm opposing by for dissent, pretty much. Thank you guys, by the way, for 30 likes. In fact, we're bang on 30 likes, actually. Thank you guys so much for that. I really, really do appreciate that. I really, really do. We're still plateaued to 1,500. So anyone that subscribes now, you would have officially started the journey from 1,500 to maybe 2,000 subs. So guys, please continue to show support by liking and subscribing to the channel. Both really, really do help the growth of this channel in a really, really big way. And both only take 2 seconds to do as well. And both really do help me in the long term. Charlton have made it 3-1. And it's a goal kick for Wigan. Chucks in AK scores the third one. Looks like Charlton are going to have a very comfortable win, which Charlton have not had a brilliant... I mean, 3 wins and 13 is not great for Charlton as well. Look at that. Winless in 5. So a good win for Charlton, especially against a team like Exeter, who are actually above them in the table at the moment. It's Watmore again. Just Watmore and Tilt have been fantastic. They really have. I'm surprised I've not really seen them more and more team of weeks, actually. Goal kick by Amos. And McLean's got it. Tries to find McGuinness. Although it's good defending by Hyam. Britton. Okay. Small attack going in for Blackburn. Now, don't pass back! I was literally just saying, don't pass back! You've got a space! Why are you retreating now? I know at the moment of time that you played so many misplaced passes. But at this moment of time, you've got to be running constantly. I mean, I know we're not Erling Haaland and robotic, but you've got to run. And Curtis Tilt just blocks the cross, and it's a corner to Blackburn. Could be crucial, this. 89 minutes on the clock, 89:30 even, so 30 seconds before we do get stoppage time. That might... Well, if they equalise here, it'll be a bit of a snatch and grab of this. Because Amos has not even made a save to make. Morton with the corner. And Gallagher claims he was held, but to me, he's not trying enough there. And free kick awarded to Wigan. 4 minutes. Right, I was nearly correct. I said 3 minutes. It's actually 4 additional minutes. And Wigan will definitely take some time with this, I think. You know, one thing I really just saw with Blackburn is that they didn't really manage well when teams are trying to, you know, kill the time. You know, Blackburn really needed to get something against Cardiff, and Blackburn offered next to nothing. And I think they've done a bit more here, Blackburn. But with shots on goal goes, I don't think they've actually had a single shot on target. Let's see if the stats prove it. Let's see. because I could be talking about my rear otherwise. Yeah, 0 shots on target. So my eyes don't lie. I know a shot on target when I see one. There's been 0 from Blackburn and only 6 from Wigan, and that's a big difference. I mean, look at that, 13 shots to 3. So I've got to say, I think Wigan winning have deserved this. Jack Watmore's been awarded man of the match. I personally would have probably given it to Curtis Tilt, but I think either one of Watmore or Tilt deserve it. Honestly, they both have been solid as a rock at the back. They really have. That's a throw to Blackburn there. One of the 4 minutes is now gone. They're running out of time, Blackburn. It looks like it's going to be another defeat on the road for them and John Dale Thomason. Just a very frustrating and inconsistent start of the season so far. I could either be going to York, Colchester, or York and Chelmsford next season. Well, maybe, you never know. I don't think Chelmsford will get promoted to National League, though. I'm going to say it here. Even though Chelmsford has started quite well, playoff record is atrocious. It's like, who was the team in the Championship who had an awful playoff record? Like Nottingham Forest had that awful playoff record. We're like them. You know, we're absolutely awful when it comes to pressured games. But yeah, it'll be amazing to see York go up against Colchester, because I can actually make a trip to Colchester at times. If we play how we did against West Brom and Bristol, we should beat Burnley on Wednesday and Blackburn on the 22nd. Well, I don't think Burnley are going to go win all their games, even by the way they played. Another substitution, James McLean going off. I think that's good, to be honest, because, you know, he could easily get sent off just at any moment. Joe Bennett is on the pitch now in the final minute now of stoppage time. Blackburn have only got 1 minute left to get something from this game. So, Callum Britton, who just doesn't make a forward pass there. Morton headed away by Asgard now, who's now turned from striker, turning defender there. 30 seconds left of the added time. Pickering. It's now rebounded to Brandon Diaz. Cross comes in. Headed away by Kerr. And that's going to be... I don't know how that's not a corner. I mean, John Thomason's not happy with that. He's awarded a goal kick, but for me, it definitely... That is a corner to Blackburn. Oh my gosh, the referees are actually blind. They are. It's clear as day. It's a Blackburn corner, but you know what? Even though Blackburn have been quite sharp with that decision there, I think Wigan deserve this. I can't complain. I know I predicted 1-1, but based on performances, and I've even looked at the first enough stats for me to determine that I think Wigan have deserved this. And this will be their first home win of the season for the 7th time of asking. And finally, Wigan can finally celebrate a home win in the Championship. It's been a hard battle, actually. It wasn't as straightforward as Wigan may have thought. But it was Nathan Broadhead with the only goal of the game. Mistake by Tyler Morton. Robbed off the ball by Will Keane. Tries to go on his own. Saved by Kaminsky, who's made a load of saves in this game. He was actually kept quite busy at times. And Broadhead tucks in the rebound to make it 1-0 to the home team. As I said, their only home win so far in the season. And that puts them in a brilliant position, actually, in the Championship for a newly promoted team. They're actually the highest ranked newly promoted team, as you can see. Wigan are 9th place. Sunderland, one of them in 12th. And the other one in Rotherham in 17th. John Dale Thomason looking very frustrated with some of the refereeing decisions. I mean, I don't think Blackburn should have had a penalty, personally. There's been a couple of things like, you know, corners not being given when I think they should have done. But I don't think it would have decided the outcome of the game, personally. So, that win for Wigan puts them on 19 points and 9th place off the table. What an achievement that is so far for Wigan's season. Blackburn, it's another defeat on the road. If we look at the away record here, Blackburn Oh, with 2 away wins. I actually forgot they won their second away game against Blackpool. But yeah, all the other times they've lost, that's their 5th away defeat already this season. But look at that, Wigan actually with the best away record in the league. That's crazy, actually. So yeah, Wigan now up to 9th, Blackburn at 7th. Only 2 points separating them now. So Wigan could even overtake Blackburn if they have a good result in the weekend. So what do these two teams, if I can speak properly, have coming up? Well, we've got a head-to-head clash of newly promoted sides of Sunderland going up against Wigan. Wigan may have a chance with their best away record of the league and Sunderland having their striker problems. Blackburn have got to go away to Middlesbrough, where will they have a new manager by that time? Who knows? That could potentially decide the outcome for that game there. Don't know why it hasn't said full-time yet, because it is officially full-time. It has ended 1-0 Wigan. For League One, let's just recap some things. Oh, it's ended 4-2. We've had a pretty good game there. Jack Payne scores there. It looks like Exeter have scored a late goal to narrow the deficit a little bit, a bit of a consolation goal. And it has pretty much ended 4-1 to Peterborough. MK Dons and Bristol Rovers, 1-0 Bristol Rovers. I mean, does that spell the end for Liam Manning as MK Dons manager? 22nd place, 8 defeats in 12, only 3 wins all season. They're going to have to start really considering his place as a manager now, unfortunately, in my personal opinion there. But yeah, all those games have not been confirmed full-time yet. And before I leave, I will talk about some other goals. I did see someone say that Timo Werner scored. It probably was Ethan. I mean, I was thinking, Timo Werner, Chelsea. But I thought, no, he's at Leipzig now. Which, not surprised, because now he's actually scoring goals. So yeah, Timo Werner in the 75th minute. Andre Silva with the assist. And it looks like it's going to be another defeat for Celtic. It's still 2-0 Chelsea between them and Milan. And with 77 minutes in, please refresh, save the score. I would love that from you. 1-1. Oh, come on, Dinamo Zagreb. Please, please, please keep it 1-1. I honestly, I would forgive you if you draw with Salzburg, because I still have a gripe with Dinamo Zagreb for beating Chelsea. Anyway, 1-1 between Dortmund and Sevilla there so far, which has stayed the same for quite some time. Benfica equalised quite recently against PSG with João Mario from the penalty spot after Kylian Mbappe also took his goal from the penalty spot. And Shakhtar, probably the big shock so far, Alexander Zubkov beating the current Champions League winners. But on the Championship, Wigan, 9th place, Blackburn, 7th. Tomorrow, we've got Preston and Bristol City. Don't think I'm going to stream this one, sadly. I'm definitely going to be using tomorrow to prepare my Premier League round 11 predictions. Oh, and keep your eyes on the updated prediction leagues, because I will post them in a community post very, very shortly. Vijay says, "Yay, Wigan. When are refs ever good?" says Jack. Never. that's the thing. So that's the stream. We've got you to 1.5k. Honestly, thank you guys so much for that. And I think I've already looked at the second goal for Exeter there. Just this is a big moment. Thank you guys so much for this. It's absolutely amazing. And considering we've even had donations in this stream, we've hit our like target as well. It's going to feel weird because you're going to see me. In fact, no, you're not going to see me. We have actually hit 30 likes. So guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. So we've hit our like target. We've hit our subscriber target. We've got some donations. We had a pretty enjoyable game. Chelsea winning. You know, the only thing to make it perfect is if I got my score prediction right. But oh well, we can't have everything in life. Anyway, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to start totting up the final scores for the Prediction League, and they'll be posted very shortly on the Community tab. And to make sure you see the Community tab, make sure you hit the notification bell, because it means any sort of activity I do, whether it's a post or a video, you will be able to see straight away. So guys, make sure you tick that. It is quite important you do that. Anyway, oh no, I've already done the poll for Marmite, actually. So it was 75% in favour of Marmite for 25% not liking Marmite. And I'm actually within the majority. So yeah, that was something we answered before the second half. Anyway, I think that's everything I need to say. Won't be streaming tomorrow. And I don't think there'll be a video. And yeah, there definitely won't be a video tomorrow either. But Thursday, Friday, as always, will be the 2 predictions for the Premier League and the Championship, as it always does. Right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not like the stream, please do so. It really does help. Please hit that subscribe button too. Both take within 2 seconds to do. Both really help the growth of this channel. Please continue sharing the channel as well. I think sharing is very important because it will mean more people recognize the channel and more people will want to know more about it. But thank you guys so much today. Shout outs go to Jack and Charlie for donating as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary to the end of the stream. And as always, I'll see you guys soon. So it's ended. Wigan 1. Blackburn Rovers 0. Wigan with their first home win of the season. Blackburn with their 5th away defeat of the season. You know, what's going to happen this weekend on? Because both face some really tough tests. I'll see you guys very soon. Take care, everyone. I'll see you guys soon.